Hello and welcome everybody to a new BeybladeX news video. And I guess we're out of a news drought now. We weren't really in a content drought for Beyblade. I mean, we have so much that I haven't even released the Samurai Saber video, and who knows if I'll get to it. I have the unboxing part made, but I didn't really do any testings yet. I've just kind of been winging it. And speaking of weaning, winging it, we've got our uh, Aero Pegasus user. I don't really care too much on who uses it, but everyone was kind of coping and hoping it would be a cool thing where they have it be, you know, remixed versions of older main characters. I didn't think it was going to be for this. I think we still have a chance with the Metal Fight remake of in the Beyblade X format, the crossover for Pegasus. I'm assuming we might get a special issue where he shows up. I grew up with that, so I think that would just be cool, but I don't think it really gets affected by this. Even though I'm going to be honest, that version of Pegasus is going to be complete dog shit, and we should not pretend like it's going to be any good. But this is good. It sucks that you have to pay like $200 right now to get a like consistent, guaranteed copy of it, and then you don't really want to use it because you spent $200 on it. And even if you win it, you gambled for it, so you really don't use it at all. But to actually get to the fun stuff, Ghost Beyblade, funny haha, Ghost Beyblade with a lot of plastic. That's not really a concern for me. I think it'll probably have some sort of use. I'm assuming this is going to, it's on Gearball, and it's got a new ratchet 080, which means it's just going to be a circle. The bay in general is just a circle, or at least mostly just a circle. So I'm assuming it's mainly going to be for not getting hit much, or if it does, it can take a hit because it's not getting fucked up much. It's not really doing much at all. It's a circle. It's going to be in the middle. It's going to be doing circle things. And if you have it on the right bit, it's not going to be dashing around too much. Because I don't think it's gonna be able to hit like that when it does. So, so that's pretty cool. My main concern though, and not really concern, it's kind of a worse Tyranno Beat situation because Tyranno Beat wasn't a UX bay, but it was a new bay, and the only way, and kind of the same with Black Shell, but in the end, Tyranno Beat was actually good. So this could be a Tyranno Beat situation, or this could be a Black Shell situation where it's a good bay that's locked to a random booster with arguably a bunch of really crappy other things in there. With Black Shell, I'm pretty sure that had uh, Green Wizard Rod in it, or maybe that was Tyranno Beat, and the other one had like blue Phoenix Wing on Hexa. So those had good other options, but here we have yellow Leon Claw, a pretty like skill based bay. It has its uses, but I wouldn't say it has its much use in competitive bay. Wyvern Gale's ass, and that color combination's kind of doo doo cheeks. Maybe if we didn't have the blurriest pictures in the universe, which is hilarious to say because yesterday we didn't even have these properly. We had drawings. People were just making drawings, and I'm pretty sure these images have probably been floating around for a while, and people are just fucking around. It was funny though, and honestly, I was debating on whether I should do the video with just the fucking hand drawn interpretations. They were pretty close though. They were pretty close. We have a green recolor of the prize bay. And I'm pretty sure it's just called Ghost Circle, which is really stupid name. But I mean, like, stupid name aside, though, it's a cool design. I really want to get the prize bay, but of course, it's a random booster, so I'm either gonna have to A, buy a bunch of these and hope I don't get, like, let's say I buy four of these and then get all of the garbage pulls. I'm going to be extremely angry when it comes to this one because none of the other pulls are good except for the green version of Ghost Circle. So that's going to be super super duper annoying. I think random boosters have always been uh, a horrific way of doing things, and I'm glad that they're not a thing here in the states. But I guess that's just what our trade-off for not getting releases anywhere near as fast, and the inconsistency of them being put on the shelves here in the Hasbro areas. is abhorrent. So you either get horrific gambling addiction or you don't get anything. So lovely choices. Either way, on to what I personally think is the most interesting of the two. Because I think cool, probably good Stamina Bay with Ghost Circle. But divisive, I don't really know what we're gonna do with this one. Sort of Bay. This is Impact Drake, a UX version of Cobalt Drake, which is interesting because we don't really even have people who have regular Cobalt Drake. So it's a little weird that we're doing a UX of a Bay no one really owns. Thought we should have really done this with Dragoon, and especially since it's not a right spinner, because Drake is the right spinning version of Dragoon essentially, and Dragoon is the left spinning version of Drake. Uh, and it makes a lot more sense for it to have been Dragoon because this is just Meteo El Drago, and with Meteo El Drago, the rubber was less for impact and attacking and more. It was for still attacking, but it was more for spin steel because El Drago's the left spinner. He is the left spinning bay. Even if you didn't start with Metal Fight and you started with Plastic, you honestly, I'm gonna be honest, you probably remember El Drago more than you remember whatever the plastic spinning one was. But I don't know. I feel like Metal Fight might have been a little bit more popular mainstream wise than the plastic gen was. So that's just a result of that. Oh, and it's also just nostalgically what I grew up with. Either way, it's got a nice aggressive design, and it's got a new bit called Low Rush, and it's on 960, so whatever. But Low Rush, a lower version of already one of the best attack bits we got in Rush, so that'll be interesting. But again, its main gimmick is plastic, and with the bays being more aggressive, that's just not going to work out that well in my opinion, just because that plastic is going to wear down, because these bays are infinitely more aggressive than what Meteo El Drago was dealing with in its heyday. And Meteo El Drago lasted a while in the Metal Fight meta, from what I understand. But now that we have like proper competitive, uh, just everything with BeybladeX, and people are going ham. People are coming strategies to get these bays to be as aggressive as possible, or the opposite of aggressive. But this is going to be an aggressive bay, and you're going to have an unaggressive combo, and that plastic's going to disappear. That's the problem people are having with Rubber XL. It's a decent bit, but that rubber's just vanishing, and I think that's just a side effect of the gimmick. There's nothing you can do about that. But with it being, I literally, it labels it down here as an extreme gear sport. Uh, like that's for one of your new big things in the sport to be a very limited gimmick's kind of annoying. Unless it's a really like condensed harder rubber, then it's gonna hit like a fucking truck, and it's already gonna be probably heavier than Cobalt Drake. Uh, just because most UX releases are heavier than their previous BX counterpart. I'm just hoping the weight distribution on this one's a lot better than Cobalt Drake, because I think that's what everyone's problem mainly what was with it. Not just because it was an expensive result of a gambling addiction, and then you buying it secondhand because the gambling rates on that lovely little BeybladeX app in Asian countries is kind of completely total garbage rates wise. So you're not pulling it from that unless you cheat, which I don't even know how you'd pull that off. It's either copium, luck, or cheating. So you're just gonna buy it secondhand. That's your only option, really. But yeah, just like expensive gambling aside, it's kind of disappointing. This wasn't our Dragoon UX that gave us the left winder launcher before the anniversary. It would have made a lot more sense, in my opinion, on a Dragoon remake. But I mean, it'll be cool. It's really cool looking, if anything. Aesthetically, both of these bays, both that and Ghost Circle, are extremely good looking. So, if anything, nice display piece. But anyway, I'd love to hear your discussions down below in the comments on what you think about it. Go ahead, like, subscribe, maybe, again, leave a comment down below so we can have a little conversation about it. And ring that notification bell if you want to see when another one of these videos come out. And y'all, have a great day.